Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm Cara Pryor, president of James Publishing, co-founder of our Marketing Amplifier system. After speaking to hundreds of attorneys about their marketing, we've really identified 10 common shortcomings that negatively affect their marketing results. So these costly marketing mistakes, they happen in the most high impact categories of lead generation as well as prospect handling. So fixing these problems will certainly increase your lead flow and certainly your client flow without lifting your spending. So without spending more, that's really what we're focused on today. And we'll do that by generating better qualified leads, converting an actual higher percentage of those leads into paying clients, right? Meeting with more prospective referral sources and converting more of them into active referrers. We'll actually have an open Q&A session at the end of this webinar, so please submit your questions at any time throughout the presentation. You can use the Zoom chat function. You should see it probably at the bottom of your screen. I'm just seeing that I already have a question. Are we going to receive copies of the slides? Yes. So after this recording, you will receive copy of the slides. So anyway, please submit your questions at any time. Use that Zoom chat function. You should see it there. Ask me any questions and we'll answer those at the end. So a quick heads up before we actually dive in. So I'm about to show you specifically how to fix all of the most common legal marketing mistakes we see. But just know, if you don't have the time or certainly the internal resources to take on this work yourself, it's all included in our Marketing Amplifier program. So I'll talk more about that later. But okay, so let's get down to business. Fixing 10 common legal marketing shortcomings. So marketing shortcoming number one, part of your website, failure to distinguish yourself. To be frank, most prospective clients can't see much of a difference among the attorneys they're considering, and they'll kind of admit that all of the websites sort of look the same. So the easiest way to distinguish yourself is through video, without a doubt. A few minutes of talking to prospects will do more to separate you from your competition than thousands of words. It's true. So the solution is to let prospective clients really meet you on your website, right? Learn about you, who you are as an attorney, who you are as a person, kind of your approach, see how you've handled similar cases. That all requires video. And video is also a great way of sort of building familiarity, of course, building trust, which frequently leads to calls, right? So put yourself in the shoes of your prospects for a moment, right? They're looking to hire an attorney who they don't know at all to handle a case or handle a legal problem that they really don't understand. So there's lots of apprehension. There's a lot of questions that, of course, arise. So the more you can kind of ease those tensions and build that trust, that goes a really, really long way. Easiest way to do that is with video. And now, really, especially in the age of the pandemic, everyone is on Zoom, right? We're used to seeing our nation, some of our nation's top officials, certainly, news reporters, all kind of, broadcasting from their kitchens and their living rooms. So you no longer need that kind of high production value video. Your laptop, your webcam, your smartphone, those are sufficient for shoots. They really are. You don't need to, don't be handcuffed by the thought that you have to produce this perfect, this perfect asset. It's really, what's important is starting. And we really recommend 3 types of videos. So first, start with an introductory video, an intro video, right? This video introduces you, kind of your approach, the types of cases and clients you accept, again, who you are as a person, kind of an about us, about me type of intro video. And then the second type, FAQ, frequently asked questions. These shoots answer questions commonly posed by your prospects and your new clients, both about, working with you, but also about the legal problem that they may be facing, right? So, better than anyone the common questions that you get from prospects and clients. Just start, sit down, take a few minutes, list out those frequently asked questions that you get, parse them out and start answering them one by one in videos using video. That's a really, really effective, highly valuable use of video. And then the third type of video, we recommend past cases. This can be really compelling. So you'll basically be spotlighting some of your past clients. Ideally, you'll build a pretty substantial collection of these past case videos covering sort of different fact patterns so that, most of your prospects will see their situation sort of covered in one of those videos. So those past case videos can be really, really compelling. And I want to mention, once you have one or several videos produced, or once you've shot a couple of these videos, showcase them on your website, include a link to these videos, maybe in your email signature, certainly share them on social media. Video is a wonderful, fodder for social media. Get them out there in any way that you can, right? Okay, so I actually wanted to show you a sample. Here's a quick sample of a past case video we recently created for one of our personal injury subscribers. I'll play a few moments of it for you now so you can just get a sense, and we'll talk about it.
I'd like to share with you a recent case experience that we had. We had a gentleman who was injured on a construction site. At the construction site, he was on a ladder that failed. The employer refused to acknowledge the accident and even lied and said, our guy was never there. And then he even called and threatened our guy with violence for making a claim. The client came to us as a referral from a friend of a friend.
Okay, so that's just a quick sample, but in the past, this attorney actually hired a high-end video production company for thousands of dollars to come out to his office, shoot a video, an 8-hour video shoot. And this attorney actually reported that this video that I just showed you a clip of that we created was actually higher quality. So, you do get monthly custom videos as part of the Marketing Amplifier program. So keep that in mind, and we'll talk more about that in a little
I'd like
bit.
to share with you a recent case experience.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, so marketing shortcoming number 2, no engagement devices. The vast majority of the legal websites I look at offer 2 choices: call or leave, right? Those are the only options. So a percentage of the sites also have live chat, which is certainly an improvement that can sometimes gather, contact information, a little bit of qualifying information. But without a doubt, your website should offer a lead magnet. It's the single best way to gather contact information of your website visitors and start to build that prospect email list. Most of your website visitors leave without a trace. They don't call you, they don't complete a form, you never learn anything about them or their legal need, right? Because undoubtedly you have a group of your visitors. It could be a rather large group of your website visitors who aren't quite ready to book a consult, aren't quite ready to give you a call. Perhaps they're looking to gather more information, looking to get some of their questions answered. So those folks, again, would otherwise leave without a trace. Even if they come to your site and read an article or a blog, you would never know that they were there. So when I talk about a lead magnet, so if you offer your visitors an informative booklet, for instance, in exchange for contact information, that's a lead magnet. A decent percentage of those visitors will leave their name, email, and phone number. So if you also ask a qualifying question or two, you'll certainly learn kind of who your high value prospects are that should be called right away. Let me show you a sample. So this is actually an example of lead magnet that we put on our subscribers' sites. We refer to this as an FAQ pop-up. It's an exit intent pop-up on your website, meaning as a visitor goes to leave your site, to X out of your site, this pop-up appears at the last moment, offering a lengthy educational booklet in exchange for contact information. So you see here, we're offering, you have questions about your injury claim. We have answers, 56 answers to be precise. They are available in this free 24-page digital booklet, which we can instantly email to you. And here's just, a quick screenshot cover of the booklet that's provided. But again, you can see we ask for basic contact info. And then in this example, we're asking how immediate is the prospect's legal need. So you want any of these qualifying questions that you're asking, you want them to be super easy to answer. So ideally they'd be multiple choice. So in this case, my need for legal assistance is, and then they can, select either non-existent or, I'm looking to hire an attorney right now. Anywhere, kind of where are they within that spectrum? And then that allows you to, follow up to kind of rank the urgency of the follow-up for that prospect. Another really great qualifying question to ask here so that you're screening out some of your unqualified folks, and we'll talk more about this in a moment. But another great question is, question that reveals the severity of the case, right? So you would kind of know the best question that would uncover, that would reveal the ideal client that you're looking for. So asking a simple question like that here can also go a long way. Okay, shortcoming number 3, absence of limits. So nearly every attorney with a marketing program complains about receiving too many unqualified leads, right? I hear this all the time, and it's understandable because their websites don't explain what is required to basically qualify for their representation. And to be frank, we can't quite figure out why so many lawyers wait for that phone call to then explain what types of cases they accept. Because by that point, you're wasting your time on an unqualified, or you're wasting your time with someone that you just simply can't help. So when your leads come directly from, for instance, short form copy that's used in pay-per-click ads, certainly in social ads, you'll be contacted by many unqualified people. I mean, I talk to attorneys every day who tell me about, I'm producing a high volume of leads through my pay-per-click campaigns, but so many of them are unqualified and they're not going through any type of kind of pre-screening process, right? So if instead you first kind of send those leads to a dedicated landing page with text, ideally a video that explains the types of cases that you accept, you'll certainly weed out many of those unqualified prospects before they waste your time or your phone people. If you have a screener, whoever is kind of handling those calls, you'll kind of weed those out before they ever kind of get to that point. Do a little bit of deselling. It really goes a long way. And in addition, this exclusivity, it really will encourage the qualified to call, right? They'll see that you are selective and that you're not someone who is kind of willing to accept most everyone who calls. Let's move right along. Next shortcoming, sending leads to your website. So this is kind of part of the lead gen portion, right? Lead generation portion. Online marketers really did learn years ago to use landing pages and funnels. Websites tend to kind of offer too many choices to be effective lead generators. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of distractions. Their websites are, of course, fine for pulling organic traffic and for branding, but for PPC, for pay-per-click ads, for social posts, for social ads, you should be linking to landing pages, to dedicated landing pages that offer only 2 choices, respond or leave. There's no other choices. There's no top navigation. There's no live chat. There's nothing else. It's just respond or leave, no distractions. That's basically what you're removing. And it's targeted. It's tailored toward whatever you talked about in the ad. That message, there's a continuity. That message carries over to the very targeted landing page. This is really important. And if you're investing in PPC, more than likely you're spending a lot of money. So you need to make sure that you're giving yourself kind of the best shot to actually convert these leads that you're paying so much for, right? At minimum, your PPC and other leads should be sent to a landing page that has no distractions. And we say the most common formula is a benefit-oriented headline matching your ad's offer, right? A video of you explaining how you can help. Video is really powerful on this landing page. And then either a lead magnet or a request to call. So ideally, your agency will kind of A/B test both of those approaches because it's important to do some experimenting here. Landing pages should be paired with their ads rather than be multi-purpose. So in other words, the benefit of the landing page's headline should match the ad's offer. Again, so an ad which touts help selling motorcycle accident claims, for instance, should lead to a motorcycle accident landing page, not a general personal injury page, or worse, your homepage of your website. So an effective landing page will include an explanatory video from you and social proof, right? Social proof is huge. Testimonials, online review, you could even pull in online reviews, written testimonials, video testimonials, whatever you have. Social proof goes a long way. And the video should have you talking about the type of case promoted in the ad, along with testimonials from satisfied clients. Okay, so moving on to shortcoming number 5, weak and unimpressive follow-up. So as you see on the slide, this marketing failure takes basically 3 forms. So 1, late and limited calls, 2, no wow materials, and 3, no email nurturing series. And perhaps, you know, because they are not properly incentivized and motivated, too many law firm phone people kind of take a lackadaisical approach to leads. So, you know, who's answering your phone? Who's your front desk person? How are they handling these precious leads? So your phone is ringing. People are inquiring about your services. How are they being handled? You know, when following up, they really need to call promptly. Promptly, I mean within 15 minutes initially and repeatedly. There needs to be a systematic approach to this follow-up. And when answering the phone, your front desk person needs to qualify and close. They really do. So what you can ensure with kind of automation are the materials your firm is sending to your prospects. So they should include an impressive wow package. We call it a shock and awe package. And for the undecided, enter all of those undecided leads, ideally automatically, into a lengthy educational drip nurturing series of emails. So these 2 items alone will distinguish you from any competitors being considered. I can promise you that. These are 2 really, really high impact items. Okay, let's keep going. So marketing shortcoming number 6, no standardized review generation effort. This is a big one. It really is. This can, in some cases, be the lowest hanging fruit. So a high percentage of consumers, you know this, check reviews before making any purchasing decision, right? Before you go to a restaurant, one day we'll be able to go to restaurants again, right? But before you go, you're going to check those online reviews, right? So this is the same holds true when consumers are making a decision about which lawyer to retain. Reviews are just becoming more and more critical. So if you're not regularly asking for reviews from your past clients, you're really missing an opportunity to boost lead flow and really boost your rankings. For Google really favors those well-ranked sites. One of the primary factors in ranking in that top, what we call the Google local pack up at the top, is the number and the frequency of your reviews. So you can even avoid kind of those poor reviews by first asking for a rating of satisfaction of your firm's services. So would you recommend us? Yes or no? For those folks who report no, you can just simply, ask for their private feedback. But anyone who reports yes, we are very satisfied with your services, you then automatically send them a link to leave an online review. Okay, so keep in mind too, something I want to mention about negative reviews, because sometimes attorneys will tell me that they don't ask for any reviews because they're too scared of getting those negative reviews. Okay, so I understand it's hard to hear, those words, especially when you might feel like it's untrue or unjust. But you can be confident in the service that you are providing to your clients, right? You're doing a good job. A negative review might slip in here or there. It gives you, one, the opportunity to respond, and it really creates an overall more authentic, more genuine kind of look at your firm, right? So, when you see 100 reviews, 5 out of 5 stars, not a single negative review, it's honestly a little fishy. It's a little suspicious, right? So, you want to don't be afraid of asking for reviews because you're afraid of those negative. In the end, those negative reviews will be pushed down. It'll be such a tiny portion, and it's those positive reviews that will really help. So reviews can provide an easy, free, and really permanent lift to your marketing results. So if you systemize and automate your review solicitation, which you absolutely have to do, it doesn't have to take much time or effort. So we recommend these 3 tips. So 1, add the Google review link to your email signature box. So everyone that you're sending an email to has the opportunity to review you. 2, send to all clients, preferably, at a happy time, kind of during their case, perhaps, right after it wraps or they receive their settlement check, whenever it makes sense, a preliminary email asking them to rate your services 1 to 10, kind of get that, what is sometimes referred to as an NPS or net promoter score. How likely are they to, to recommend your services 1 to 10, and then automatically send a review request to the Google link on those who rate you 7 or higher. I'm often asked, well, do I need to get reviews on Google and on Yelp and on Avvo and lawyers.com and Martindale Hubble and Nolo? Where do I draw the line? Focus on Google. That is my advice. Organically, naturally getting reviews that trickle into those other sites are also wonderful. It's just, strengthens your overall presence, but we're looking at kind of lowest hanging fruit, what you can do right now, focus on Google, okay? Let me show you a quick example. This is just a really simple, here's a look at the simple review request email. It's important to keep it short, keep it to the point, no distractions, ask for one thing and one thing only. So this is pretty simple. Again, you'll get these slides, so you could always just, directly take that template. But let's move along. Shortcoming number 7, failure to periodically audit intake, right? Okay, so this kind of falls into the lead conversion category. So assuming that your phone people are performing well can honestly be a costly mistake, especially in these days of remote work. Most of your staff may be working from home now, and the only way to know if the kind of standard of your phone team's performance is satisfactory, is up to your standards, is to record the calls and to mystery shop your firm, especially in these days of remote work. So performance levels can slide without you knowing, and really over time materially reduce your appointment flow. So listening to the short duration calls is a good first step. Won't take too much of your time. Start there. But engaging a mystery shopper, who can be, a friend, family member, whoever can record and really allow you to subjectively kind of grade the call and can provide helpful audit when you have concerns. These mystery calls, and recording some of your calls will allow you, in many cases, you might be able to make a pretty simple tweak that might take 5 minutes that could materially increase your appointment flow or really just kind of improve your overall intake process. Okay, so really briefly, just want to remind you, any questions, continue to submit them either in the chat or the Q&A portion. I see a few in there now, so just continue to add those and we'll get to all of them at the end, I promise. Okay, so shortcoming number 8. As far as referrals go, no regular outreach. Referrals from other professionals are gold. They're marketing gold for law firms, right? And for they kind of typically, those folks come pre-sold on your services, pre-vetted. They're more likely to refer your services in the future, but some time and effort, certainly required to kind of fully benefit from this source. And like all groups, referral networks require periodic freshening, right? You need to cultivate, you need to really nurture your referral sources. Regular solicitation of new referral partners is the route to kind of stably and really to consistently grow your referral network. It's about, incremental growth and nurturing, cultivating those new relationships, not just having one conversation and then kind of forgetting about it. We've set hundreds of appointments with prospective referral partners for lawyers, so we really know the most effective way to build your referral network. We've done it all. We've tried it all. We've tested every approach from calling to postal letters to emails. We've done it all, and we have really, really been able to streamline the process and kind of weed out the items that just, don't really work. So our approach that we recommend: compile a list initially of 50 or so local professionals who commonly come across the type of clients that you're looking for, right? So we've kind of narrowed it down. Typically, we suggest 2/3 of those professionals, 2/3 to kind of 3/4 should be attorneys. We found that to be a good breakdown, but just start out by, creating this list, and then have your phone person begin calling. He or she should say the call is on behalf of Joe Attorney, who's interested in discussing a referral alliance and would like to schedule a call, so that you're not bogged down with this appointment setting process. Perhaps your phone person is reaching out to the professional's front desk person who has access to your potential partner's calendar. You're able to get on the calendar, and then only a few of the calls will actually reach the professional, right? So, and that's okay. It's actually better. And leaving a voicemail and certainly follow-up email is your goal, but the appointments will be made. And we've actually found that a really decent portion of the appointments will be made from a return phone call from the professional, a return email, or like I said, you can of course schedule directly with the phone person who answers, assuming they have access to the calendar. Your goal is 1 to 2 appointments per month, which will kind of steadily grow your network of prospective referrers. Okay. And sticking with the referrals, the shortcomings in the areas of referrals, another shortcoming: insufficient maintenance efforts. This is huge. So after you begin regularly adding prospective referrers to your network, the next step, of course, is actually cultivating them, right? So referral networks require regular contact, regular encouragement, and regular gives from you to remain productive, right? I mean, the goal, of course, the ultimate goal is to receive regular referral business from these partners. But to do that, it does take some work. So regular contact can be accomplished with a newsletter. That's one of the items that we provide in the Marketing Amplifier program. We really help you. We not only will set these appointments for you, but we really do help you cultivate these new relationships. We also recommend encouragement is kind of best delivered by expressions of appreciations for referrals provided, thank you letters and such. And then gives outside of cross referrals can be provided by being helpful. I often get the question of, well, I don't have, does this have to be a reciprocal one-to-one referral alliance? In other words, every client that's sent my way, I don't always have a client to reciprocate with. That's okay. You can really provide value by being helpful. So the keys are kind of remaining top of mind, thank yous when referrals arrive, and status reports on those referrals. Keeping the referring professional up to date on the case and how it's progressing. Reassuring them that that referred client is being treated as a VIP, really getting the white glove service. And then cross referrals or assistance can also be provided. But let me show you a quick example here on the slide. We use a professional newsletter, as I said, for staying top of mind, and as well as a marketing journal for assistance. So you can get more personal if you have time, but here's a quick look at what we provide. The idea, again, providing value for professionals, items that may help them grow their own firm or grow their own practice. And shortcoming number 10, this is a big one. So knowledge. I talk to so many attorneys who, frankly fail to stay on top of what's working. Marketing is constantly changing. I'm saying pretty much on a daily basis. Online marketing channels encounter fatigue at an especially rapid rate, especially right now. Regular testing of new tweaks, approaches, channels is a critical part. It's critical to maintaining a reliable flow of qualified leads, a reliable flow of new clients, appointments, etc. The solution is regular learning. And really the best sources of guidance are progressive peers, like-minded attorneys, and knowledgeable coaches, right? So the ideal peers, of course, are those who are sort of regularly trying new approaches and willing to exchange those ideas openly. So the most helpful coaches are good marketers, essentially themselves, right? And work with successful lawyer marketers, right? That makes sense. So the challenge. Are you not a do-it-yourself marketer, right? So while far from dead, SEO and PPC, they no longer deliver like they used to be frank. Google simply doesn't give organic listings the prominence they used to receive. And the high percentage of mobile searches further kind of reduces the screen space for those organic listings, right? Pay-per-click ads in many cases have become unaffordable for many lawyers, right? And the high volume of unqualified leads that are often produced through these PPC pay-per-click ads can certainly be time consuming and really discouraging to sift through. And then the most popular law firm coaching options out there right now, they're expensive and they're typically limited to suggesting, meaning they provide direction, but ask you to do everything. The onus is on you to actually implement any of the suggestions or any of the advice. So we actually take a different approach. Our solution includes content, follow-up, referrals, and coaching. Comprehensive, filling all of the marketing gaps that we see. So every single shortcoming that I talked about in this webinar is addressed by our nearly all done for you, content included marketing amplifier program. So I want to get specific. You'll see on the slide here, specifically, we help you distinguish yourself with videos, engage website visitors with a lead magnet, screen out those unqualified prospects with a description of clients accepted, send leads to landing pages and funnels rather than your homepage or your website, wow prospects with a shock and awe package and an ongoing drip nurturing email series, automatically solicit online reviews for you from happy clients. We'll mystery shop your phone team to improve your intake process if you'd like us to. We'll set appointments with professionals interested in discussing referral alliances. We cultivate your referral network with a newsletter and helpful content to help keep you top of mind with those new relationships. And then we really team up with you and we team you up with growth-minded peers and guide those efforts with a coaching effort. So we provide fixes for every one of the 10 shortcomings that I talked about. And the only work you need to do to get all of this is really one, to get that monthly flow of custom videos. We just ask you to devote 60 minutes every quarter to a brief Zoom shoot. We also ask you to regularly, in order for you to kind of regularly connect with new prospective referral sources, all you have to do is show up for that pre-scheduled phone call that we've set up for you. And then to learn how to improve your marketing and kind of what's working for other like-minded attorneys, participate in monthly small group Zoom sessions with your marketing strategist or your marketing coach, who would be me, and a half dozen other like-minded owners of small law firms. So really kind of creating that accountability and that small group networking effort. Okay, so getting specific, our marketing amplifier program is $695 a month. We ask for a 3-month commitment. We need some time to make sure everything's working right. But after that 3-month commitment, it's month to month. You can cancel anytime, no setup fee, no cancellation fee. Keep in mind, most coaching programs cost $1,500 a month or more and do none of the work for you, right? We're less than half that price and do nearly all of the work. Your first month costs actually just $1 and the program's month to month after 3 months. So you're really just paying for 2 of the first 3 months and then it's a month to month agreement. But keep in mind, on top of everything else I already mentioned, as a marketing amplifier subscriber, you also gain immediate access to our massive library of branded, specialty-specific consumer books and booklets. Okay, so you're essentially free to use that content in any way that you wish, as long as you're a subscriber. Obviously, we put that content to work for you in many different ways, as I outlined, but you're really also free to use it in any way that you wish. Let me actually drop a quick link into the chat. Let me just send that right now. Okay, so you should see in the chat, if you click on that link, jamesamplifier.com/improve-marketing, that will bring you to a page that shows you content samples. You can view a lot of the content samples that you would immediately gain access to. Again, we brand all this content for you, your name, your logo, of course, your contact information, headshot, bio, colors, anything you want to do to customize the content. We're very open to it, but take a look at that link and you'll be able to view those content samples. And, you know, keep in mind too, the whole point of this is we're automating as much of this as we possibly can. The whole point is we want to take the burden off of your desk, or, you know, certainly off of you know, your office's plate, and really kind of automate and you know, bring some real results here. So to learn more about our comprehensive marketing amplifier program, you'll speak directly with me, your marketing coach. I won't pass you off to a salesperson who might disappear after sign up. But to get a real kind of representative sampling of the assistance I'll provide, reach out to me. So you'll see my direct contact info on the slide here. You can email me at kprior@jamespublishing.com. That's KPRIOR@jamespublishing.com. Call me directly, 714-434-5926. Or I will drop in the chat, I just dropped a direct link to my calendar. So you can just click on that link, that schedule link that I just shared in the chat. Click there and find an opening that works best for you, and we can chat. So, you know, get in now, start the new year fresh, kind of on the right foot. We'll really transform your marketing. We'll fill all of those existing gaps. We'll get you rolling. You know, so let's talk. Okay, so questions. I see a lot of good questions. Keep asking them as they come in. I will certainly answer them. But okay, so let's see here. First question, great question. How quickly and how frequently should I follow up with leads? How long should I keep reaching out? Okay, so how quickly? Right away. After an inquiry, after a lead reaches out, I mean, within 15 minutes, you or someone at your firm should be reaching out to that interested prospect. So assuming they've gone through some sort of pre-screening, reach out right away. There's actually quite a bit of research in this area that says after 15 minutes, there's a pretty big fall off. It becomes much more difficult to kind of re-engage that prospect. So really, it needs to happen within 15 minutes. Have someone dedicated to this effort in your firm, who ideally is not you, so they can you know, promptly reach out. And then you ask how frequently. Weekly initially. I mean, this kind of reinforces the importance of setting up that automated drip sequence that is included in our program, but you can also do it yourself, you know, with a MailChimp or another, you know, CRM that you might be using, anything that provides auto drip sequences. Set that up once. I mean, it does take quite a bit of time initially, but once you have it set up, you can, you know, really use those nurturing sequences for years with maybe just some minor tweaks. But if you have that automated, you kind of don't have to worry too much about the email reach out. But you should also be calling these folks repeatedly, and you need a system for this. You need to be able to be tracking your leads, and you need a systemized, coordinated approach for doing this. Otherwise, things will slip through the cracks all the time. And our team here will actually help you re-engage some of your stale leads. So we help you with conversion calls if that's something that you're interested in as well. Okay, another question. Why are lead magnets better than blog posts on my website? Okay, so this is interesting. It's not that really one is better than the other. It's just they kind of serve different purposes. So blog posts are wonderful for helping to optimize your website, meaning, you know, assuming that you or your agency is doing proper kind of keyword research and writing about topics that are commonly searched. regular blog posting is a great way to kind of keep that content fresh, and certainly over time can help improve your organic Google ranking. However, lead magnets serve an entirely different purpose, right? So someone comes to your website, they read a blog post, you're not collecting their contact information. Again, you may never even know that they were there. They may read the blog post and simply leave. With a lead magnet, it's gated, meaning the only way for the visitor to receive that lead magnet, that booklet, the valuable educational information, is to provide their contact information and possibly answer a couple of qualifying questions. So lead magnet obviously helps you to gather contact information from visitors who may not be quite ready to book a consult, fill out your contact form, give you a call, but they need legal assistance. You provide high value, that booklet conveys your caring, really kind of showcases your expertise. You have their contact info, you're able to keep in touch with them on an ongoing basis, nurture them along until they are ready to sign. Okay, another question. As a small firm, I don't want to pay $10,000 for a custom video. I don't blame you. How do you provide yours? Okay, so I touched on this briefly, but yeah, so to get our monthly custom videos, we just ask you to devote about 60 minutes every quarter to a Zoom shoot. So our video, our head of video, Alex here, will schedule regular video shoots with you. Some of them are scripted, so we'll make sure that you're provided all of the information, the scripts, or the talking points ahead of time. Once you're on the shoot, we'll make sure your background looks great. We'll get your audio dialed in. We'll really, make it a pretty painless process. And all you have to do is you'll record a short video portion. The rest will be audio, and then our team of video editors here really works their magic. And I showed that brief sample. Reach out if you'd like some additional samples of videos. But yes, I mean, you're right. In many ways, we feel like we're evening the playing field in a way for these, because in the past, really the only option for these high-end custom videos is, paying 10, 15 grand. So we think it's important that smaller firms also have the opportunity to create and promote and really just reap all the benefits from custom video. So that's why we added it to our program, and it's quickly becoming one of the most popular elements. Okay, I use Clio Grow. Does your system work with it? So short answer, yes, our software seamlessly integrates with Clio Grow. Our team is always kind of working on building out new integrations with practice management systems and case management systems. So we're tracking everything in one place. But yes, we do integrate with Clio Grow. How do you find referral sources for us? So we start by creating a prospect list of professionals in your area. And then with access to your calendar, our team calls to set appointments for you with potential referral sources. So, there are a few questions during the onboarding process that we ask you about kind of who you feel, what category of professional or category of attorney you feel would most commonly come across the type of client that you're looking for. And we use those kind of high level categories to guide our prospect list. And then we're the matchmakers, right? So we have access to your calendar. We're setting appointments for you on your behalf. All you have to do is show up. We promise 2 high quality appointments per quarter, which we found to be a nice pace. When we were setting more, some of our attorneys were actually missing the appointments. And if we set less, you're not steadily growing that network. So that seems to be a good pace that works well. In which areas of practice do you offer the Marketing Amplifier program? Okay, so personal injury, currently we offer the program. It's very content-based. So obviously our team of attorney editors, it takes them some time to build out the full program, but we do offer the program, the full Marketing Amplifier program, in 7 core specialties. So that would be personal injury, bankruptcy, estate planning, family law, business litigation, Social Security disability, as well as criminal defense / DUI. So those are the areas that we cover right now. Okay, so any other questions? Okay, Steve, yep. As a small firm, how do you feed multiple referral sources in a meaningful way? So if I'm understanding this question correctly, I believe you're asking, how are we providing value on your behalf to multiple referral sources? Because obviously, there's only so much in the well. You can only, wring things out so much. You can't always provide a cross referral for all of these sources, right? So that's why we've really honed in on a big value add you receive as part of the Marketing Amplifier system, as being one of our subscribers, is access to all of our content. So we're actually sending out a super helpful, valuable, professional newsletter to all your referral sources. We're essentially adding value on your behalf so that you're staying top of mind, but you're also helping those sources in a way that doesn't require you to always cross refer, right? I see a couple other questions here. They're pretty specific, so I'll reach out after to address those, but I think that should do it. I look forward. Thank you guys so much. It's been an absolute pleasure today. Feel free to reach out, even if it's just with questions. I love talking about marketing, and I'd love to provide you with some tailored marketing advice, even if that's what you're looking for. I'd love to do that. So reach out, call me directly. Again, right in the chat, you can set an appointment with me, but let me know if you have any questions, and you'll receive a full recording of this webinar as well as a link to the slides later today. We'll send that out. Okay, so thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Have a good one. Stay safe. Bye, everyone.